Today we're gonna be doing a world fried chicken battle. We're gonna be stacking up 3 countries head to head to see which will be the winner. There's so many good fried chicken places from around the world, and we're just gonna put it to the test. Who has the best fried chicken? Now, without wasting any more time, there's a battle to be had. First up, we're making classic Southern American fried chicken.
Round 1, fight.
To a bowl, add your chicken pieces. Pour in buttermilk, just enough to submerge them. About 3 tablespoons of your favorite hot sauce, some black pepper, teaspoon of cayenne, teaspoon of paprika, and mix it up till it's all combined. Cover and marinate for at least 30 minutes. And now for the seasoning flour. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, teaspoon of cayenne, teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of salt, some cracked pepper, and half a teaspoon of oregano. Whisk it up till that John's completely combined. Time to dredge. Pro tip, we're gonna take a bunch of our marinade and put it directly into the seasoning flour. Is that maybe 7 tablespoons? And then mix it all up. And then we're gonna get all these craggly bits when we fry our chicken. It's gonna give it texture. So go piece of chicken, wet hand, dry hand. Piece of chicken into the flour and cover. Then take it and squeeze. Shake it aggressively and look at that. See all the texture in it? If it doesn't look like it'll get crispy before you fry it, then it definitely won't get crispy after. This is gonna be so nice afterward. Then just repeat with the rest of your chicken. Got our oil at about 330. We'll start dropping in our chicken pieces. Okay, we got American Southern fried chicken. It's time for a taste and rate. This is what I think about when I think about fried chicken. Kind of KFC style, not super crispy because the all-purpose flour, it loses its texture after a little bit. But this is driving home from the cottage with the family, bucket of chicken kind of style.
It'll look pretty good.
Okay. American Southern fried chicken. Let's see what it'll rate. Crispy, juicy, it's salty, it's got cayenne. You add all the seasonings before this one in the seasoning flour and the dredge, and when you fry them, it does lose a lot of its flavor. If you fry anything, it's gonna lose a lot of the flavor that you put in. But it's good, it's classic. It's one of my favorite ways to eat fried chicken. It's got a little bit of cayenne kick. You can taste the oregano, it's good. American Southern fried chicken ranks in at, where are we gonna go with this? Is it 8.3. 8.3, lock it in. Now that's a good score, but I don't know how it's gonna rank up to the other countries' fried chicken. But now, let's get on to Korea.
Round 2, fight.
To a bowl, we're gonna add our chicken pieces, grate in 2 cloves of garlic, and some freshly grated ginger, some salt, and some pepper. Now mix this up, make sure it's all well combined and incorporated. Let it marinate for at least 30 minutes. We have to make the quintessential Korean fried chicken sauce. So to a saucepan, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil, grate in 6 garlic cloves. I know it seems like a crazy amount, but Koreans love garlic, and I'm in for it too. We're just gonna leave this pan off the heat. Don't turn it on yet. 2 tablespoons of gochujang. This gives it the classic red color and the spiciness. 2 tablespoons ketchup, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. The sauce is gonna be spicy from the chili paste, sour from the vinegar, super garlicky, and also sweet from the honey, sugar, and the ketchup. So now we'll turn the heat on, just over medium. Get this all heated up and all mixed together into one homogeneous sauce. I just want to cook this down for a few minutes to get that sugar boiling and everything to come together. I want the garlic to cook just a little bit. If it gets too thick, add some water. You add too much water and it's too thin, just cook it down for a little bit longer. All right, sauce is done. It's time to dredge some chicken. Our chicken's marinated. I'm gonna crack in 1 egg for a binder. Then I'm gonna use my hand and mix this all up. This is just so the flour will stick a little better. Then I'll add 1/2 cup flour and about 1/2 cup of potato starch. Add a little bit of starch at a time, just because you might not need all of it. Mix around the chicken. Make sure it's all covered. We've got our chicken pieces battered and it's time to fry. Oil's at 315 and we're going in for our first fry. That's right, we're frying twice. You need to fry twice for Korean fried chicken. So go for maybe 8 to 10 minutes and then we'll remove them. First fry done, we're just gonna remove. We're gonna get our oil back up to 375 and fry for a second time. We'll drop them back in only for a couple minutes until they get really crispy. Take the crispy chicken and go right in the sauce. We're gonna mix it up, but we're gonna try and be a little bit gentle because we don't want to ruin the crust we just made. Oh, like that. All right, it's time to taste and rank Korean fried chicken. Whew. It's sweet, it's spicy, tangy. It's still a little bit crispy, but nothing crazy. It's just drowned in sauce, so. It's not too spicy, but it's got just the right amount of kick. It is super tangy from the vinegar, and it is sweet from the honey and the sugar and the ketchup. It stays a little bit crispier because it is potato starch. If it was only all-purpose flour, it would go a lot less crispy than it is. But I mean, still, it's still drowned in sauce. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, this is an 8.1. Doesn't beat out the American fried chicken. I'm not really a huge covered in sauce kind of guy. I like chicken wings, I like them dry. It's still good, it's just not my favorite. 8.1, now it's time to move on to Taiwan. See if you can beat out both of them.
Final round. Fight!
To make the Taiwanese style fried chicken, we need bacon. Just kidding, of course we need chicken. So we're gonna get a piece of parchment down, then we will butterfly it. So slice it in half. Try not to cut any seams or holes. A little bit of oil. Another piece of parchment. And then we'll just beat it until it gets really, really thin. And that looks paper thin. So we'll reserve this off to the side. Then we need a plate big enough to fit our chicken. And we're gonna do a little marinade. So about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of rice vinegar, 2 cloves of garlic grated, about a 1/2 inch grated ginger, about a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, just a pinch of white pepper, and a nice pinch of Chinese 5-spice. Some salt, some pepper. Get that all mixed up and combined. Spread it out. Then we'll go in with our piece of chicken. Very careful with it. This is not meant to submerge, as you can see. Just meant to get covered and absorb a bunch of that flavor. Now keep this aside and let it marinate. Taiwanese fried chicken gets seasoning powder at the end. So that's what we're gonna make now. Teaspoon of chili powder. Oop. 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder. 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder. Now seasoning flour, potato starch, and some all-purpose flour. Mix it all up. And then we'll coat our chicken. Make sure to get all the wet spots. Then we'll drop it in 350 Fahrenheit oil. Oh. And remove after a couple minutes. It's not gonna take long because it's so thin. And then almost immediately we'll start dusting it with our seasoning mix. And be generous with it. It's already hitting my nose. It looks pretty damn good. All right, Taiwanese style fried chicken. Last but not least, let's do a little taste test. Taste and rate. See what it has, if it can dethrone the other fried chicken. This is the XXX style, or XXL, or XL style, I'm not really sure. The one that you butterfly it, Make it all big. You can do it in little bite-sized pieces too, but I think this is way cooler. It's really good. It's seasoned amazing. The 5 spices really hits you in the face. And underrated is the chicken powder. This is actually crazy. Potato starch makes it super buttery. Twice fry on this would be awesome, although it is really thin, but the flavor is money. Because you fry the chicken with the marinade, and then it loses a lot of the flavor because it's being deep fried. It kind of mellows everything out, and you're not frying it for that long. It doesn't taste very greasy. And then when you mellow out all those marinade spices, you cover it back on with a lot of good stuff. I was really generous with the seasoning on top, and it's serving me well. It's phenomenal. It's time for a score. I think it was worth the wait. I'm scoring this as an 8.8. This is honestly, this is my first time making it and eating it. I didn't think it would be this good. Wow, that works. All right, guys. So first place, Taiwan. In second place, America. And in third place, Korean fried chicken. Listen, they're all amazing recipes, all unbelievably good and serve their own purpose. Some might be better in some other situations, but that's my ranking. Taiwan wins. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next week.